As someone who came out as non-binary older, because let's face it, we didn't have the language for it when I was younger, I feel like it would be helpful to, without like a lot of the jargon and without of like the political stances, kind of give a little bit of insight into why I am non-binary. Now let's start with acculturation. I grew up around women and only women. That's where I got my mannerisms, where I got my understanding of the world. A lot of the things that I learned about the world were from a femme lens. But even before that, I was always drawn to things that were either not for my gender or things that gender didn't really matter for. And of course, there were some, boy things that I liked as well because it just never really mattered to me. In middle school and in high school, when we were supposed to do sports, I tried being on some of the boys' teams, and I could not stand the culture of being surrounded by a bunch of cis men. It made me feel unsafe and gross. I hated it. But as I am also a pretty athletic person, or at least used to be, I chose dance and martial arts and things like that, where it was a mixed group of people all the time. Why am I telling you this? Because I think a lot of you haven't really considered that it's not just something we made up. It's something that we've been dealing with or going through or experiencing our entire lives through various different ways, and it has played out through the way that we have experienced our lives. And having a word or a set of words, genderqueer, non-binary, et cetera, like that just crystallizes something that is a very obvious and genuine experience that you, I'm certain, are aware of and know people who also fit. And let's not get into the fact that none of you, that no one alive, maybe there's like two or three exceptions, tick every box for what is supposed to be man and woman. And look, we're not talking about the biology of it because I know that gets y'all tripped up. You just care about what's in somebody's trousers, and it's weird, honestly. What's the point? The point is that like y'all are looking at people as either insufficiently girl or insufficiently boy, when in fact that's just how people are. People are just fucking different. And we all know this and accept this about just about everything except for some reason, gender. And if you really think about it, all of the non-binary people you know, there has been some point during their life and yours that you've shared with them before they came out where you were like, this person does not act like their assigned gender. They just don't. And as I've said in previous videos, you've attached words like sissy or tomboy to these people. But like now that we have a word that we have claimed that makes us feel good about it, y'all aren't happy with that. I honestly think y'all need to really care more about what's going on in the boardrooms than in people's bedrooms because we're in a mess. And like y'all are worried about like non-binary people, like we are causing the trouble. Like, come on.